why you keep feeling like you're not enough, and how to finally break free. Why do I constantly feel like I'm not good enough no matter what I achieve or how much I try to improve myself? Hello, you amazing human. I want to invite you to consider something that might shift everything you think you know about worthiness. What if I told you that the very feeling of not being enough is actually evidence of your magnificence trying to break through? You see, that persistent feeling isn't actually about you being inadequate. It's about the disconnect between who you truly are and who you've been conditioned to believe you should be. It's like having a Ferrari engine, but being told you're only allowed to drive in first gear. Let me share something fascinating from the research. Dr. Bruce Lipton's work on cellular biology shows us that by age 7, we've downloaded the equivalent of 7 years' worth of programs into our subconscious mind. These programs, running 95% of our daily experience, often contain messages like, "You need to prove yourself," "Love is conditional," or "You're only as good as your last achievement." But here's where it gets interesting. The feeling of not enough is actually your inner guidance system working perfectly. It's your soul's way of saying, this isn't who you really are. Abraham Hicks teaches us that negative emotions are simply indicators that we're thinking thoughts that don't match our true nature. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that the more you achieve externally, the more the not enough feeling seems to persist? That's because you're trying to fill an internal void with external validation. It's like trying to satisfy your hunger by showing your stomach pictures of food. The scientific backing for this is remarkable. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that when we're stuck in survival emotions, like the stress of feeling inadequate, our brain literally shrinks the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for creative thinking and possibility. We literally become less capable of seeing our own magnificence. HeartMath Institute has discovered something extraordinary through their heart rhythm coherence research. When we shift into appreciation and self-compassion, our heart rhythm patterns become coherent, creating a state where our entire nervous system synchronizes. In this state, we naturally access our innate sense of worthiness. But let's get practical. Because understanding this intellectually isn't enough. Your subconscious mind needs new evidence to create new neural pathways. First, I invite you to notice that the voice saying "you're not enough" isn't actually yours. It's a collection of other people's fears, limitations, and unhealed wounds that you absorbed along the way. Your true voice, the one that emerges in moments of quiet or when you're doing something you love, never questions your worthiness. Here's a powerful shift. Instead of trying to prove you're enough, what if you started assuming you already are? Dr. Tara Swartz's neuroscience research shows that our brains are constantly looking for evidence to support our beliefs. If you believe you need to prove your worth, your brain will find evidence of inadequacy. If you assume you're inherently worthy, it will find evidence of that instead. I want you to try something revolutionary. For the next week, every time you catch yourself in not enough thinking, pause and ask, what would someone who knows they're inherently worthy do in this situation? Then do that. This isn't about positive thinking or affirmations, though they can help. This is about recognizing that your worthiness isn't something you earn, it's something you remember. You didn't come into this world needing to prove anything. You came in as pure consciousness, worthy simply by existing. The research on meditation and self-compassion is compelling here. Studies show that just 8 weeks of loving-kindness meditation literally changes brain structure, increasing grey matter in areas associated with emotional regulation and empathy, including self-empathy. But here's the thing that might surprise you. That feeling of not enough has actually been serving you in a twisted way. It's kept you striving, achieving, and growing. The fear is that if you truly accept your inherent worthiness, you'll become lazy or complacent. Let me invite you to consider the opposite. When you operate from a place of knowing your worth, you take inspired action rather than desperate action. You create from joy rather than fear. You contribute because you're overflowing, not because you're trying to fill a void. Think about the people who've had the greatest positive impact in your life. Were they desperately trying to prove themselves, or were they comfortable in their own skin, sharing their gifts naturally? Here's a beautiful practice from Abraham Hicks. Every morning, before you do anything else, spend 5 minutes appreciating yourself for things that have nothing to do with achievement. Appreciate your breath, your beating heart, your capacity to love, your willingness to grow. These are the indicators of your true worth. Neuroscientist Dr. Caroline Leaf's research shows that it takes 21 days to build a new neural pathway and 63 days to make it automatic. This means that with consistent practice, you can literally rewire your brain to default to worthiness rather than inadequacy. I want to leave you with this truth. You are not broken and in need of fixing. You are not lacking and in need of more. You are a perfect expression of infinite consciousness, temporarily forgetting your magnificence. The feeling of not enough is simply the friction between your forgetting and your remembering. Your worthiness isn't dependent on your achievements, your relationships, your bank balance, or how others perceive you. It's the ground of your being. It's why you're here. So what if, just for today, you experimented with assuming you're already enough? What if you moved through your day as someone who has nothing to prove and everything to give? Remember, you magnificent human, you didn't come here to earn love. You came here to remember that you are love. And love, by its very nature, is always enough. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonates, drop a comment with any epiphanies. These videos are made as a guide to help you reconnect with knowledge kept within you. Take what resonates within you and release the rest. Follow the page for more content. Buy my 100 Messages from the Universe book or sign up for the Patreon for the opportunity to ask more personal questions and also hear longer form answers to all the biggest questions. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep shining